Hey, it's Sheldon with TigerTough here. Right now I'm going to show you how to install these seat covers on the front seats of a Hyundai Sonata. Before you start putting the covers on, I'm just going to raise the headrest up. So that way we can put the headrest cover on, put the seat back cover on easily. And I also like to raise the seat up. That way it gets it up, you can work underneath of it. And then slide it ahead a little ways to get it up in the doorway. Then you're ready to start working on it, but there's one more thing we have to do before we can put the cover on. And that's around the back here. There is a carpet flap that goes underneath the seats. We need to remove that, or at least disconnect it, and then we'll have our own that's part of the covers. There we go. So those little clips right there, those little plastic clips, are just up underneath the seat. I just slide them forward and they release. Get these up out of the way. Now we've got the seat back cover. We're gonna start with that. And you're gonna wanna make sure that you have all of your hook and loop flaps undone on the bottom of the cover and on the top. And then also make sure the cover you've got is tagged for the seat that you're working on. So I got the passenger tag here, that's good. That means that when I put it on, I'm gonna put it on the seat, the airbag tag and the TigerTough tags will be facing the door, and that is very important. Now I'm gonna turn it half to 3/4 of the way inside out. We'll start sliding it right over to the seat. Over the headrest like that. Now see, the reason we turn it part of the way inside out is so that we can pull it down nice and tight against the top before we start just rolling it down over the seat. This is a lot easier than trying to just jam the cover straight down. There we go. Now let's step around back. Now we're gonna take this flap. Now it's already started, so that's good. I'm just gonna tuck it up inside the cover and pull it down like that. And then this piece is gonna come in from the side, like so. And then we'll just do up the stuff up here, where we went around the headrest. Like that. And now to make it look nice, this is a little bit of work, but I really like to tuck the cover underneath that plastic. See, that looks so much more finished than that. Looks much better. Now we've got these 4 flaps that we need to push between the seat back and bottom. They're gonna wrap up around and stick to the back of the cover. And that's why we had to remove that little flap that went down underneath the seat before. This is the hook part of hook and loop. It'll try to grab to everything. So when you go to slide it through there, fold it over on itself like that. And that'll let you push it through really easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, perfect. And then I'm just gonna pull this really tight back like that and stick it up there. Honestly, you cannot pull these too tight, because the tighter you pull them, the better your cover's gonna fit. So I'm really wrenching on them. Now we're gonna cover the bottom. I've got the seat bottom cover here. Again, it's tagged passenger. Now this doesn't have an airbag or anything in it like the back does, but the seat bottoms are not perfectly symmetrical side to side. So the driver and passenger are actually mirror images of each other, and that's why that is super important to get the right one. Now, we'll put that on over the seat, just like this. Boom, boom, boom. And just making sure that the corners in the cover are lining up with the corners of the seat. We'll push these flaps through here between the back and bottom. We're not gonna do anything with them for a minute, but we'll just get them back there. All right, now for arguably the most important part of getting this bottom installed well so it doesn't move around, these 2 strings. This one's pretty simple. It's just gonna go right straight down between the seat and the center console, like that. And then this one here is a little bit more involved. So I'm gonna push the cushion off to the side, and then you can see we got the plastic right here, and then we've got the metal frame of the seat right there. and then we've got the seat cushion. So we're gonna go right here. Here's the frame, here's the cushion. We're going right down between them. And this is gonna allow you to pull these strings tight in a little bit and essentially wrap the cover around the seat cushion like a big drawstring bag. Now, we're just gonna take the cover and tuck it inside this plastic trim down the side of the seat. One, it makes it look a lot better because it looks finished. And then number two is that string that's actually stitched into the bottom of the seat gets stuck behind the lip in the trim to help keep the cover in place. Now, before we do anything with that, we're just going to take these flaps and run them underneath the seat from the front here. We'll just shoot them through to the back. The only thing to really make sure of when you're pushing these through here is this bar right on the front of the seat that you pull up to slide the seat back and forth. Make sure that these flaps are going over that, because if you go under that, it'll be permanently pulled up and then your seat will just slide back and forth. So we're running over top of that. That's good to go. Now we're going to pull these strings tight like so. Okay, we're gonna cut for just a second. I'm gonna get this out. With these strings pulled tight, now we can bust out one of my favorite things, and that is the string lock. This is what we're going to use to secure these two strings together to keep your cover from shifting side to side. So I'm just feeding the string right in that end, just pulling that off to the side, clip it in. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. There we go. And now we're just going to let that go up underneath the seat. Make sure that we've got those strings nice and tight. And locked in. There we go. Now that cover's locked in so it can't move side to side. And there's our two flaps from the front. So I pull the top flap down, stick it there, top flap goes down, stick it there. Perfect. Now, this flap right here is going to replace the one that was from the factory that we removed. This string's hanging down, so I'm just going to tuck it up inside that flap. It won't hurt anybody, but it looks better if it's up there. There we've got the bottom is completely covered, back is completely covered. There's no wrinkles, no lines. It's nice and tight. I'm happy with it. Now I'm just going to put the seat back down and cover the headrest. So to do that, headrest cover goes on like this, with the long flap hanging down the front. Slides over top of the headrest. See, I just gave it a little wiggle there, and these seams all line up with the seams in the headrest, so we're good. I just slide my hand underneath like this, so this flap here wraps up around the back. Hold that down, and we're good to go. There we go. That's completed.